Living and non-living things. Let's know about living and non-living things of our surroundings. Difference between living and non-living things. Living things and non-living things. We see many things in our surroundings. Everything that we see can be classified into two groups, living things and non-living things. All animals and plants, including us, are living things. The pencil we write with, the book we read, the toys we play with, are all non-living things. Characteristics of living and non-living things. There are 7 characteristics of living things. Living things can move, need food, breathe or respire, excrete, grow, feel and reproduce. Some non-living things may show 1 or 2 of these characteristics, but living things show all 7 characteristics. Non-living things can be divided into 2 groups, those which were once part of a living thing and those which were never part of a living thing. Sand, gold, wood and glass are all non-living things. None of them shows any of the characteristics listed above. First group is those which were never part of a living thing, such as stone and gold. The second group is those which were once part of living things. Coal is a good example. It was formed when trees died and sank into the soft ground millions of years ago. Living things move. All living things show some sort of movements. Animals move from place to place in search of food and shelter, and also to escape their enemies. They use their legs, wings or other body parts to move. Plants usually do not move from one place to another, but can move their parts. For example, they move their roots downward to obtain water and mineral nutrients from soil and the shoot upward for sunlight. All living things show internal movement, and some of them show external movement too, such as walking, jumping, flying, swimming, etc. Living things need food. Living things need food to obtain energy, to grow and to stay healthy. Plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Animals get their food from plants and other animals. Living things breathe. All living things need to breathe. Different animals use different organs to breathe. For example, some animals use their nose, fishes uses their gills and worms use their skin. We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide through our nose. Plants breathe through openings present in their leaves called stomata. Living things excrete. Excretion is the removal of waste from the body. If this waste was allowed to remain in the body, it could be poisonous. Animals and humans excrete wastes in form of urine, feces and sweat. We also excrete waste when we breathe out carbon dioxide. Skin helps to remove sweat from our body. Plants too excrete waste in the form of oxygen and excess water through their leaves. Other wastes such as gums, resins, etc. are also excreted by the plant parts. Living things grow and develop. When living things eat, they receive energy which helps them in their growth. Living things grow from smaller to larger sizes and finally become adult. We human beings are born and grow into adults. Seeds grow into baby plants and finally into big plants or trees. Living things feel. Living things react to changes in their environment. They usually respond to touch, light, heat, cold, sound, etc. They use their sensory organs such as eyes, ears, nose, skin, and tongue. Some insects have feelers to feel such as butterflies and ants. Dogs have a very good sense of smell and when they see food, saliva starts coming out of their mouth. Plants do not have sense organs but can feel changes around them. The leaves of the touch-me-not mimosa plant closes when they are touched. The sunflower turns its movement towards the sun during the daylight. Living things reproduce. All living things produce new organism of its kind. Some animals produce babies and some lay eggs. Plants mainly reproduce through seeds which can germinate in suitable conditions and grow into new plants. Some plants also reproduce through their roots, stems, or leaves. A sunflower looks like one large flower, but each head is composed of hundreds of tiny flowers called flores, which ripen to become the seeds. Living things died. All living things grow and become old and finally died. This is called lifespan of living things. Different living things have different lifespan. For example, dogs have a lifespan of 10 to 13 years, while a male housefly lives for 28 days. Characteristics of non-living things. The characteristics of non-living things are as follows. They do not need air, food, and water to survive. They do not respond to changes. They do not reproduce. They do not grow. They cannot move by themselves. They cannot die. To be called a living thing, the particular thing should have all the characteristics of living things. For example, a car shows few characteristics of living things, such as it needs fuel for energy and can move from one place to another, but it is not a living thing, as it does not have other characteristics of living things. Difference between living and non-living things. Living things. Non-living things. 1. Living organisms need food, air, and water. 1. Non-living things do not need food, air, and water. 2. Living organisms grow. 2. Non-living things do not grow. 3. Living organisms can move on their own. 3. Non-living things cannot move on their own. 4. Living organisms are sensitive. They respond to changes around them. 4. Non-living things are not sensitive. They do not respond to changes around them. 5. Living organisms reproduce themselves. 5. Non-living things do not reproduce. 6. Living organisms respire. They release energy from food. 6. Non-living things do not respire. 7. Living organisms excrete. They get rid of waste materials from their body. 7. Non-living things do not excrete. 8. Living organisms have a definite lifespan after which they die. That is, they have a definite life cycle. 8. Non-living things do not have definite life cycle. 9. Living things are made up of living cells. 9. Non-living things are not made up of cells. In a nutshell, things around us can be classified into two groups, namely living and non-living things. Living things, such as plants, animals, and humans, have similar characteristics of life. Living things eat, breathe, move, grow, reproduce their kind, feel, and excrete waste. Non-living things do not show any such characteristics. They are either natural or man-made. Keywords. Characteristics, a quality belonging to a particular person, place, or thing to identify them. Photosynthesis, a process of making food by the plants. Saliva, watery liquid that comes out of the mouth. Stomata, small opening on the underside of leaf through which exchange of gases take place.